until my research is complete. I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood?
Dr. Swansea asked me to collect you, Dr. Reed. Hurry up! He asked me to collect you, Dr. Reed. Hurry up!
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
What type of hospital are you running? No antiseptics?
You have been away too long, Doctor. With the war and now this epidemic, supplies have been running scarce for months now.
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow... street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse. Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody...
Do you hear me? Die, vermin! Not a safe place right now, sir. Stop! Right now! It's mine! I'll take it!
So, Mr. Hooks and Nurse Hawkins are an item. Those two have hidden their affections well.
I wonder why the Goswicks came
Yes,
here.
Doctor?
Please, could you point me in the direction of the morgue again?
It's the large boarded-up building behind the hospital. You can't miss it. The key I gave you will open the small back door to it.
That's all for now, Nurse Crane, thank you. Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon?
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
No, it was such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of postulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard's syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howcroft?
It's only a cover. To hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire!
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal. But do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities. Good evening, Dr. Tippett.
Dr. Reed, any good news to share?
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett. Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
I have some good news, Milton.
What? The epidemic's over?
I retrieved your wallet, with all the money and a certain picture.
Well, yeah, Pippa Hawkins is my girl. So what? Is it the difference of skin colour that bothers you?
Not at all, Milton.
Good. Please, take this money anyway. To remind you to keep your mouth shut. Not everybody is as broad-minded as you, Dr. Reed.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Good evening, Mr. Cox.
Dr. Reed, still working at night, I see. I like that.
And why is that?
People who don't sleep at night always seem more alive to me. More interesting, one way or another.
How is your hospitalization going, Mr. Cox?
This is a shitty place with shitty staff. But as long as I'm treated all right, I'll be fine.
What's wrong with the hospital?
Come on, Dr. Reed. The place is a dump. Smelly, sad, and dirty.
But you're alive thanks to the efforts and dedication of the staff here, aren't you?
What are you expecting, a medal? I thought that saving lives was just part of the job. Must be an unsatisfactory profession at this time, I'm sure.
What's wrong with the Pembroke staff?
That bastard you sent to bring me here, Milton. I thought he was going to break all my bones before I reached my bed.
I see. Any other smart comments?
The nurses aren't too ugly. Especially that foxy one, Nurse Crane. Pretty brunette, tough attitude, all like that.
Do you ever think about that poor fellow I saw you push in the water?
The wound he gave me will make sure I don't forget him. Still fucking hurts. Boss had cut me good.
What did he want? Revenge?
I recently had to kill his brother. Poor arsehole thought it would be easy to return the favour.
Perhaps you're right. Maybe only the strongest will survive in these dark times.
If there must be only one, in the end, make no mistake, I'll be the winner.
That man was determined to murder you. You almost died.
What a surprise. The first time I met him, he nearly shit himself. Fucking coward. I guess revenge gives you balls.
How long do you think you can escape the law, Clay?
I know this city like the back of my hand, Doc. I know its streets, who to pay, who to avoid, and who to bully. I won't get caught.
We can't escape the consequences of our actions. The past catches up with us in the end.
I ain't afraid of death. I don't hide who I am. I live my life honestly, which is more than I could say for most folks.
And who are you, then?
I'm the leader of the Wet Boot Boys. One day, I'll leave this shitty place and punch in the face all who thought I would not come back.
How long do you think you can escape the law, Clay?
I know this city like the back of my hand, Doc. I know its streets, who to pay, who to avoid, and who to bully. I won't get caught.
We can't escape the consequences of our actions. The past catches up with us in the end.
I ain't afraid of death. I don't hide who I am. I live my life honestly, which is more than I could say for most folks.
And who are you, then?
I'm the leader of the Wet Boot Boys. One day, I'll leave this shitty place and punch in the face all who thought I would not come back.
I'll leave you for now, Mr. Cox.
Is this supposed to be an hospital? A pigsty would smell better.
It's locked, all right.
It's one of them!
Audio clips. What about now?
Oh, now, see, look, now it's unticked. You see?
Alright.
Alright, there you go.
Oh, nice. So that's screaming. Nothing better run down that hallway. I feel like there's gonna be a boss here.
It's locked.
Hear a boss?
But like, you know, there's gonna be a boss in here.
Oh.
I was right here. I was like, watch, right here. This is where I came in from. I think. I was like, there better not be nothing down that hallway, cause you know how stuff runs.
Yeah. Then what'd you do?
Inspect the rooms.
Oh, but did you hear anything?
Oh, I hear cranking and all that stuff.
Oh, and you think there's a boss?
Yeah, I think there might be a boss in here.
How you
Oh
say?
my god, he's right there. Well, that's one of them.
Crouch and sneak attack.
Oh. Maybe I can avoid him?
Balls of Mars. Fortifiers. As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful. This key will surely grant me access to the basement. Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza. It's locked, all right.
Oh my god, what the heck was that? Should I even go down there? Man, I hate horror jump scares. Oh my god. Is it locked already?
These skulls feed from corpses and the husks of animals. And of blood. There's two in here. Oh. I'm dead. I'm about to die, Victor. Oh my god, I'm about to die. Let me out! Oh my god, I'm trapped. Trapped on the stairway. I'm about to get. You should have seen it. There was some weird teleporting thingy.
So, you been trying to go find Cavi then? I don't get this charm.
That was crazy. And those were just the little vampires. There was a teleporting one. It was weird. I finna got scared. Hi, how are you, viewer? I just died. Hanopes. What the heck? Here, follow me. Follow me. What the heck? Get off me. No. Come on. I'm finna be scared, Gina. You better not wake up. How much you want to bet this body right here is gonna get up? Watch out.
Bro, Gina's gonna be watching.
How much
It's
you want to
locked.
bet though that body right there is gonna wake up?
Mr. Connor's injuries don't match the report.
Gina, are you still watching?
I'd better look into this.
I'm gonna bet you 100 spicy.
Gina, are you watching? Do you think this thing's gonna wake
Traces of a pinkish foam at the corner of the lips.
up?
Some sort of drug overdose, perhaps? Multiple abrasions and scarring on the arms and legs. Old and distinctive injuries of a sailor
I feel
or
like
fisher.
this thing's gonna wake up.
The chest was originally opened to perform the operation. The sutures are clean, but the chest has been reopened.
It's a girl, I think. Wait, let me look at the lips again.
Traces of a pinkish foam at the corner of the lips. Some
No,
sort
it
of
might be a
drug
guy.
overdose, perhaps?
Yeah, it's a guy. He doesn't have boobs.
A puncture over the left lung, possibly a chest tube insertion. Not the cleanest work, but I think it was successful. Signs of internal bleeding. So, Dr. Tippett's anesthetics were incorrectly dosed, causing the patient's death. And then he tried to operate on him again. Tippett has made an egregious error. It's time we talked.
Oh, I feel like they're gonna wake up. Watch, I'm gonna turn around and then it's not gonna be there. No, I'm gonna just go back the door I came from. Can I leave now? How do I dodge those? Oh my god, an operating room? What the heck is that? It's a boss. It's a boss. Oh, what the heck? How do you even kill this guy? Yeah. There's bad vampires and there's good vampires. And I'm one of the good vampires that works at a hospital. Oh my god, the basement again? Alright. Alright, dude, I'm gonna end the stream and I'm gonna play another game. Oh, thanks. I don't know.